Thoughts on the season? Started off doing pretty solid. Obviously went downhill from there. The role swaps and roster changes I think hurt us a bit in terms of like team chemistry, and obviously like Reese not wanting to play on the team. So I actually think I was like the second highest S&D KD for the first two events of the year, like a 1.35, 1.4. Lots of S&D clutches I can think of off the top of my head. My favorite S&D clutch is definitely my 1v3 against Methods. We had a lot of beef going into that match, and I really wanted to beat him, as you can see by my stat line. Got all of my trash talk out right after the match too. Made sure he knew.
Finds one Cammy with amazing tags on Silly as well, but not enough to get the kill. That's gonna be Silly, last player left alive. Oh, wins it. A technical 1v3 for Silly. And this is for the map. Methods has got to keep his team in this one, but Silly may have outmaneuvered him. Oh my God, Methods doesn't check it! Guerrillas are handed the victory in the end. Nothing could go right for Ultra.
Silly, I mean, just casually feasting on him in search, that is just clinical teamwork as good as it gets.
The return to LAN was great, obviously. I definitely think, based on how they kind of had LAN, I feel like they could have done it sooner if this was all they were going to do to plan for it. There's definitely a lot of players, especially older players in the league, that don't thrive playing online, so it definitely hurts us in the long run. You know, before there was ever a CDL or anything, I played online tournaments and 2Ks for like 10 years, so it's not like I'm trying to play online in my room for the rest of my life. You know, it kind of takes a little bit of the excitement out of things. I definitely don't think I had any kind of like negative leap going back to LAN. Definitely was different though after not playing on LAN for like a year and a half. I never used to like traveling because we did so much. I feel like we would like every 2 weeks or something. But after not doing it for so long, like even going to the airport and like sitting in a plane for however many hours is actually pretty fun. In our situation specifically, the biggest difference I could possibly say between online and LAN is like we have the highest ping out of like any team in the league by a long shot. No teams let us host for practice. We always have to play on 80 ping, 70, 80 ping when we practice. They don't let us host, and it kind of is a confidence killer. All teams that weren't in Texas definitely felt the effects of that for sure. There's always a lot to improve on, especially as a team, but that definitely is like the first thing that comes to my mind, just the whole online COD from California thing. I grew up in Vegas, and even playing from Vegas for all those years definitely isn't ideal. Not everybody's got NASA internet in Dallas, so I'm actually moving in the off season to kind of take advantage of that. Going into Major 3, we brought Shane onto the team. Me running a sub in general, which I've ran a sub 3 different years and been really good with it. For some reason this year I couldn't get the hang of the sub, and it's like definitely didn't play up to my standards whatsoever. I had like a big rough patch for like 2 whole majors, so definitely tough for me. Our biggest hurdle as a team this year, I probably would say just our hard point. We definitely tried everything possible to improve it, and we just couldn't piece it together throughout the course of the year. We had a lot of close ones. I think for a while there, our average loss score line was between like 75 to 50 points, which means like every game was close, we just couldn't close out for the longest time. We never kind of got to that point where we can consistently win any hard point. My fiance and my animals in my house are in Vegas, which I'm probably selling to move to Dallas. My wedding also got pushed back an entire year last year, so now I'm having it this October, but we've been waiting a really long time, so excited to do that. And then probably just streaming. It actually gets, I know some people hate to like wake up and scrim every day, but like it's cool for like a week and you're like, wow, like I have so much time to do stuff. And then after that, it's just like, wow, what do I do myself? Like, shout out to all the Guerrillas fans, the people that stuck by us thick and thin. My mom lived here when she's my age, and I've always wanted to kind of live out here, and I'm glad I got that experience. And thank you guys for your continued support.